Economics is advocating the need for concerted efforts by government and policymakers to reverse the undesirable imbalance between non-oil exports and non-oil imports. This, he says, can be achieved if the country galvanizes the risk sector as well as articulates and implements policies geared towards making the Nigerian economy competitive. This is the view he expressed in an inaugural lecture, 254th in the series of the University of Benin. Udwakobong Achibong reports.
The inaugural lecture with the theme Nigeria and Economic Globalization, a benefiting player or a contented loser, x-rayed Nigeria's economic engagement with the rest of the world and its commitment based on key indicators. Professor Haikena, who particularly relied on electricity consumption, GDP growth rate, inflation rate, exchange rate, ease of doing business, corruption perception index, maternal and infant mortality rate to compare the economic performance of Nigeria and South Africa, deduced that in terms of competitiveness in the international economic arena, Nigeria's economy is lagging. He also believes political considerations have supplanted economic rationality in Nigeria, which have brought about consequences and the need to reverse the trend.
There is need to reverse the dwindled fortunes of the power sector. The deficit in our infrastructure facilities are critical to the challenges of the economy. And once the leadership is sincere and committed to reversing the undesirable state, then we can then be on the right track, to getting the economy on the sound footing.
The Vice Chancellor, University of Benin, Professor Lilian Salami, acknowledged the academic prowess of the inaugural lecturer and solicited more cooperation to take the university to greater heights. In Benin, Udwakobong Achibong, NTA News.
It's time for a break, and thereafter, Amina will be coming up from Kaduna with more reports. Please stay tuned.
For example, has succeeded a great deal in sensitization during the pandemic, and we have found the community mobilization officers most effective in the sensitization and in the advocacy campaigns, creating awareness on the coronavirus pandemic. We have done this through the production of jingles, which were very widely distributed in different languages, in English, in Hausa, in Yoruba, in Igbo, in Tiv, in Igala, in Kanuri, in Fulfulde, in Ijo, in Isoko, in Bini. In talk of any other language you can think of, we had translated sensitization messages.
This message is from the Federal Ministry of Information and Culture.
I enjoy Nollywood film, Orisun, PBO, AMC, be my best channel. But ST Nollywood Plus, they show the latest Nollywood blockbuster on top classic bouquet. How I want to take watch them?
My pikin they enjoy 5 children's channels. But you won't call our DreamWorks on top of.
I be telenovela lover, and I like ST Novella E and Starlight. But I hear say this series on ST Novella E Plus on top classic bouquet. The Totori person pass waiting I dey see now, and I won't watch them. Sure, I go need pay 800 naira extra.
From September 1, Star Times, they summer you better package. But no fear, we no increase price. Join this offer. Make basic bouquet subscribers just pay for 1 month and then go fit to watch 3 Ogbonge extra channels from Classic Bouquet. This awoof never finish. Recharge Classic or Super Bouquet for 1 month and you fit of the 400 lucky people them. We go win smartphone. Terms and conditions, they shall. More value, same price. Star Times, enjoy digital life.
After a surprise loss in the first match of the season, the citizens have hot their campaign back on track. Will they continue in their winning form or can they be stopped? Find out this Saturday as Manchester City welcome Southampton to the Etihad Stadium on the Premier League Live, showing on the network service of the NTA from 2:30 p.m. The Premier League Live is brought to you by Baba Ijebu and powered by Integral.
Kaduna. The federal government says it is committed in addressing critical ecological challenges across the country to forestall further environment degradation. This was the message as the Ecological Fund Office facilitates the handing over of sites to contractors for the execution of various erosion and flood control projects in Jigawa State. Awal Muhammad Kazauri has more.
Jigawa State is one of the states with ecological problems such as erosion that continue to damage residential roads and farmlands. Babaldu in Borno Kudu is among the areas that attracted federal government attention through the constituency projects identified by the National Assembly member representing the area. The Permanent Secretary Ecological Fund Office, represented by Director in the office Suleiman Takuma, flagged up the projects in two local governments of Buji and Borno Kudu that make up the constituency.
They should be grateful and they should thank God. And like the president has said, he doesn't want any part of this country to be left out either because of political or religion or tribal reasons. So we believe he's been doing it round. Ecological Fund has been going round, and Jigawa State should be lucky to be part of this particular one now.
I want to sincerely thank the president for approving this request, and I want to also thank the governor for his kind support.
Community leaders also appreciated President Muhammadu Buhari for his timely intervention to address the environmental challenges. From Dutse, Awal Muhammad Kazauri, NTA News.
And that's it from here. It's back to Lydia in Abuja for more stories.
Thank you, Amina. The National Open University of Nigeria has taken sensitization campaign on cholera to neighboring community. Abdullahi Musa Suleja reports.
Following the outbreak of cholera in some communities, the National Open University of Nigeria, now as part of its social responsibility, is educating people on preventive measures. Gosak Pine community in FCT, where they visited with a sensitization program tagged Cholera, Stop the Scourge.
One thing is key. Cholera, the scourge, cannot be stopped by dirty water and safe sanitation.
We felt as a faculty, we should not only be teaching and doing research, we should also engage the members of the community so that they can benefit from the university.
Our motto is just to promote cleaner environment for good health.
I want to premise that those that are not able to attend this program, the message we got across them.
The villagers are pleased with the exercise, which they believe will make a difference. Abdullahi Musa Suleja, NTA News.
Next on Nationwide, it's Sports Update.
Nomination forms for the upcoming Sports Federation elections, scheduled to hold in Abuja on September 30, 2021, will be released on September 15. Completed forms will be returned on September 17. Election of all representatives to be concluded on September 21. Zonal representatives election will hold on the 22nd of September. September 25 has been set aside to hear appeals from aggrieved contestants, while by-elections hold on the 28th. All duly elected boards of the federations will be sworn in on October 8th by Youth and Sports Minister Sunday Dare. In volleyball, the Nigeria volleyball team concluded their campaign at the 2021 African Nations Championship in Kigali, Rwanda, finishing 7th. Nigeria beat DR Congo 3-0, 25-10, 25-20, and 25-22 in the 7th to 8th classification match on Tuesday. And finally, Nigeria cyclists to the just-ended International Cycling Union Track Cycling Nations Cup in Colombia arrived Abuja Wednesday.
We try to practice so that we'll be perfect in doing them.
We want sponsors, we want training and all that. With all that put together, we'll be able to achieve more.
Event aimed at gathering Olympic qualifying points ahead of Paris 2024 Olympics saw Yiken Tawakat amass 256 points in the women's elimination race, while Ese Ukpeseraye garnered 280 points in individual pursuits. Grace Ayuba got 328 points in women's 500 meters time trial. With sports updates, Tamara Ebiwe, NTA News.
And that wraps up Nationwide. Thank you for being a part of it. Before we go,